Hello everyone, this is Eldon Beard and I just wanted to take a moment to show you a really neat tool here. It acts literally like a hidden camera that catches your website visitors in action, and it can reveal an awful lot to you about potential problems and opportunities with your website or your blog, regardless of what type of site that you actually have. But anyway, the name of this utility is called Hotjar. You can find it at www.hotjar.com. And actually it has a free version, and you can, in most cases, most people can use this for free pretty much indefinitely until you get a lot of traffic coming into your site. You can do quite well with the free version here, but I'll show you in a minute what the pricing is if you're interested in looking at that just to see. But anyway, what is Hotjar? Okay, this tool has so many functions that most of them I'm not even going to go into in any depth at all because it would just take so long. But I'm here on the feature page and wanted to show you, just so you'd understand a little bit. The one thing it does is heat maps. And these are areas that tell you, these areas tell you how your visitors are interacting with your site. And when you see something red, that means they're clicking that an awful lot, getting a lot of interaction there. And the other shades, of course, designate lesser activity than that. But let me show you something here just real quick about what you can do with a heat map. Okay, they have this, they have a ton of helpful documentation for this thing. Okay, for example, the link test. Are visitors clicking on dead ends? What you can find, and I see this on a lot of sites, you'll see, like, okay, and in this example it's showing an image there that's actually not linked to anything, but for some reason, and you might not realize it, when your visitors hit the page, they're clicking that, expecting it to be a link to take them somewhere. Well, with a heat map, you would be able to see if there was a lot of activity, a lot of clicking activity on that image, and you realized, uh-oh, these people are wanting this to be a link. They think this is going to take them somewhere. So you would then turn around and improve your site by adding a clickable link to that image. And that way it would certainly help keep your visitors from getting frustrated about that. But that's just one thing that you can do there. Now, some other things, they've got some other tests here, but let me scroll down to the last one just as a quick example. Okay, the header test, I think they call this one. All right. What they're saying here is, okay, if you're looking at your heat map and you see that your visitors are interacting a lot up here in your header, and this is typically where you're going to have links and navigation and stuff like that. If you see a lot of that activity going on up here, it's an indication most likely that they're not seeing down here in the part of your site that's above the fold here, in particular, they're not seeing what they're looking for. So when you see a lot of activity up here, it might suggest that, hey, I need to kind of think about, what do I have down in this area? What are people looking for? And you can tell what they're looking for by what they click on, and the heat map will show you fairly clearly exactly what they're clicking and what they're doing up here in the header. But that's just a couple of examples of the tests you can do, and all of these others I'm not going to go through because that would take forever. But that's heat maps. Now, the main thing that I wanted to show you was the video, the recordings, the screen recordings of your visitors. Okay, this is the big thing. And just going down here just to show you real fast, there's a lot of things you can do. You can set up different things to measure conversions. You can analyze your form performance and see how people are interacting with your forms on your site. And you can put feedback polls and do surveys. Lots of stuff you can do with this for free. It's an incredible tool, and I found not a lot of people know about it. But anyway, the big thing I wanted to show you, though, here was the visitor recordings. And this is invaluable, especially if you have an e-commerce site where you're selling products. You can do screen recordings or get recordings of visitors, and you can watch their activity, like in this kind of an exaggerated example, but they're showing someone that's moved their mouse around all these different places. And you can kind of see what your visitors are doing. You can see where they're clicking. This can help you identify problem areas. Like I had this installed on an e-commerce store myself, and I noticed when I reviewed some recordings that on one particular page, when the visitors were clicking to add something to the cart, it wasn't adding to the cart. And turned out there was a technical problem I didn't know about. So, and they weren't exactly emailing me and saying, hey, I can't add this to my cart. They were just going somewhere else to buy it. So I've discovered that from viewing these videos. And that's the point of these. It can give you a really good indication of what your visitors are doing when they land on your site, and it can show you problems, and it can show you opportunities to make improvements that can really help boost your sales or your conversions, whatever you got going. Now, let me show you, I've got my Hotjar account open over here, just to show you what this does. This is an e-commerce site that I have, and I will open one of these videos. I think, okay, you can see the times here. Some of these are fairly long because people click around on stuff and then it goes idle, like they possibly leave their computer to go get a sandwich or something. I don't know what they do. But anyway, just to show you, like this one, it recorded for 23 minutes, but most of the activity's in the front part of it. But all of your recordings that it makes will show here, and you just can go in and play. But let's play this one. Okay, now before it goes too far, let me stop it just a second. Oh, well, it's not going to let me stop it. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, well, let's just continue on. You see these little dots down here of different colors? Those are incidents. That's people clicking or scrolling or doing different things, and there will be a legend that will show you exactly what those things mean. But watch this. Watch this. Okay, now, did you see what just happened? Someone just came in. Hang on, let's look at that again. They came in, click checkout, they added this to the cart. Then they're going up and they're looking at another product. They're going to click on that, and they're taking a look at that. And you can just watch and see this activity, and you can see what people are interested in. What you can see what pages they're leaving really quickly. Just all kinds of observation. There's lots of potential here. But anyway, this particular visitor didn't do too much more after this. They paused here a little bit. Then let's see what they're doing up there in the corner. You can see the screen right up here. So whatever they were doing, they stopped. And then I think there's one more little action here, and then it goes, if you see the timeline down here, you can see that it stops. And down here, way farther down, they do some more stuff. But anyway, that's how it works. That's how it records the videos. And I would say that this is almost a no-brainer, especially if you have an e-commerce site, but you can use this on any site to record visitors and see what's going on. And let me show you on the pricing. Let's go there. The basic account is free, which I believe most people can use, and it'll give you 2,000 page views a day. So when you start getting a lot more traffic than that, you can go $29 a month for 10,000 page views a day. But I know a lot of people who do quite well just on the basic version because they don't have that many page views every day yet, and you have to get to a pretty good point to start getting that much traffic. And there is so much you can learn just with this basic free version of this. So anyway, that's it. I wanted to just show you how this worked and give you a heads up. Go get Hotjar, www.hotjar.com. It installs, it's real easy to install. It's just a code snippet that installs right before your closing head tag. And they have instructions, detailed instructions on how to install this for everything from WordPress to Joomla to all of the different platforms, Shopify, whatever you happen to be running, WordPress blog. It'll show you exactly how to install it. And once it's in there, it does not, I can tell you from experience, it does not slow down any of my sites at all. People sometimes ask, well, does that happen because it's recording video? But remember, this is a JavaScript application, and it is not actually not using a lot of resources when it's working. So it is very lightweight, at least in my experience. So go get it. Go get it and use it to get some more insight into your e-commerce store, your blog, whatever you got. And that's it. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks.